got a big weekend.
TMD.
You got to make sure you got your ducks in a row.
Weekend preview.
Can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, my friends, it is time for race weekend number 7 on the NASCAR Cup and Xfinity Series schedule. And that 7th race weekend brings us to the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Davey Allison has just taken the white flag across the stripe, heads off into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway.
Again, he'll follow Phil Parsons off of turn 2 onto the back straightaway. Parsons drops down low. He'll look to the outside lane. Harrigan is there, but clear sailing for Davey Allison off turn 4.
For the second time in his career, Davey Allison will win here at Richmond International Raceway. Win number 1 of the 1993 season for the Texaco Haviland team. And I'm sure on pit road, Jim Phillips, like a weight has been lifted from the shoulders of that crew.
That's exactly right. A lot of hugs all the way around as Larry McReynolds gives Davey a thumbs up, and Buddy Parrott comes over to congratulate him. Well, 3 great pit stops kept you out.
Oh, trouble here on the main straightaway.
I can't say enough for these guys.
Trouble here is Kenny Wallace and Bobby Hamilton got together here coming out of turn number 4. Hamilton running in 22nd, Wallace in 26th, but they were not on the same lap, and they got together coming out of turn number 4 and totally wrecked 2 race cars here as they crossed the start-finish line.
Larry, pit crew did a great job for you today.
I'm telling you, I can't say enough for these guys. You know, they're there week in and week out. Sometimes we go unnoticed when we maybe don't have the car handling like it should be. There's no doubt the Texaco Haviland Ford has got the driver behind that seat, got the crew on pit road, got the motors under the hood. Sometimes we miss it on the car, but we'll take days like this and be proud of it.
All the guys on Robert Yates Racing, the pit crew did a great job today. It's just incredible. You know, they just kicked butt in the pits. And the car worked good on the racetrack. We did the right things and had a great day. Want to thank the good Lord for a good, safe race and for making this all possible for us.
That's how it sounded March 7th, 1993, race 3 of the 93 season. Davey Allison taking him to the woodshed here at what was Richmond International Raceway in the Pontiac Excitement 400. That was one of 2 wins for Davey at Richmond. And you also heard from our Larry McReynolds right there, celebrating right along with Davey. That was one of Larry's 23 crew chiefing wins. It's a busy racing weekend, as we've talked about already here. Action kicks off tonight at Richmond with the Whelen Modified Tour, race 2 for the Tour cars. Bobby Labonte and Ryan Newman will be in the race. Ron Silk is your points leader. Ronnie won the season opener at New Smyrna Speedway back in February during Speed Weeks. The Virginia is for Racing Lovers 150, will be 150 laps. Flow Racing and Motor Racing Network will have the call beginning at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Doubleheader action kicks in tomorrow. First up, NASCAR Xfinity Series teams will take to the 3/4-mile Richmond Raceway. The Toyota Care 250 will also be the first race in the 4-race NASCAR Xfinity Dash for Cash program. This is the 15th year for this bonus program. 28 drivers have won bonus money over the years. Sammy Smith, Justin Allgaier, Daniel Hemrick, and Sam Mayer are eligible for the $100,000 bonus. The highest finisher of the 4 will get it. Daniel Hemrick, your thoughts?
Have an opportunity to go out there, not only for yourself, but for your race team, man. If whoever wins that deal is going to be able to, give some just good amount of cash back to their race teams, employees, and the people that put blood, sweat, and tears in that deal every single week. Hopefully our Circle Collie Race Chevrolet is as fast as Xfinity 10G Internet, and we can have an opportunity to at least be in the fold whenever the pay window opens. And just so happens this week's pay window, thanks to Xfinity, is way bigger than usual weeks.
Sam Mayer in the mix for a big payday as well, and the junior motorsports driver hopes to continue his success he's had at Richmond.
I'm a short track kind of guy. I mean, it's what I've been doing for the last 6 years of my life. So anytime we can go to something like that, I always look forward to it, especially when it's a super worn out place that you have to save your stuff. That's the most fun you can have as a race car driver, and had success there in the past. We ran really, really well in the Brett Holmes truck a couple of years ago, finished in the top 10 there with that team. And obviously now my Xfinity starts there are also really solid. So that track has definitely been good to me so far. So I'm looking forward to hopefully continuing that success and maybe get $100,000 from Xfinity.
The Toyota Care 250, 250 laps, 187.5 miles. Stage breaks at laps 75 and 150. FS1, your destination on TV. Once the Xfinity cars get wrapped up here in Richmond, Then we head to the state of Texas, where the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will run a 167-lapper at Texas Motor Speedway. Zane Smith is your points leader. He won the last race out at COTA. His crew chief is Chris Lawson. Chris talks to us about racing at Texas and the challenges that it produces.
The biggest thing we fight is the two ends of the racetrack are so different. 1 and 2 is flat, and you fight load and grip, and then you get to 3 and 4, and it's got quite a bit of banking, quite a bit more grip, but then there's bumps down there. So, I'd say 3 and 4 is like Vegas, and 1 and 2 is almost to me like a mile type corner.
It is a doubleheader weekend at Texas with the Truck Series and the IndyCar Series. And Chris Lawson gave his thoughts about having two different kinds of rubber compound on the racetrack.
Yeah, it definitely proposes a challenge for us. Like, there's a lot of times when we will go out and qualify where they've been on the racetrack and we haven't, or vice versa. And it's definitely different for the first few trucks. So our race probably won't be any different. I would say by the time we get halfway through our first stage, if there is any of their rubber down, it'll be gone, and we put ours down.
The SpeedyCash.com 250, 167 laps, 250.5 miles. Stage breaks at laps 77 and 122. FS1, your destination for that race as well. And there's a nightcap tomorrow night. The ARCA Menard Series West is racing at Irwindale Speedway, race 2 of the season for that series. Tyler Reif won the season opener in Phoenix, and he is the pre-race favorite to win the West Coast Stock Car Motorsports Hall of Fame 150 at Irwindale. 150 laps, 75 miles. Flow Racing will have the coverage tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So here is our schedule on the channel tomorrow. It'll kick off with the front stretch with Pat Patterson, 7 a.m. in the East. Motor Racing Network will have coverage of practice and qualifying tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, followed by the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Toyota Care 250 at 12:30 Eastern, and MRN on the air for that SpeedyCash.com truck race at Texas, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday's Toyota Owners 400 at Richmond will be the first of 5 paved short track races in 2023, and the first of 3 short track races in a row, and the first short track race with the new low downforce aerodynamic package, something Ryan Blaney is looking forward to.
I think it's a good thing for Richmond. I thought the traffic there last year was pretty brutal, so it was nice. It's nice that we did something, and I think we'll feel it more of a positive way than we did at Phoenix. It's a lot slower than Phoenix, so I feel like it's going to be more mechanical.
One of Ryan Blaney's Team Penske teammates is Joey Logano, who really believes that handling will be a key to winning the race on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, you're always going to be loose off the corner. Always. And you're always going to want more rear grip. But how much of the center turn are you willing to give up for that? Right? I mean, they can make the car tight. Don't get me wrong. Like this, I mean, you see us loose off the corner. They can tighten it up, to where the front tires are plowing off of it. But are you going to go faster? You might go faster off the corner, but you're going to be starting 5 mile an hour slower in the center of the corner. Is that the right way to do it?
A.J. Allmendinger weighs in about what drivers will need Sunday afternoon.
This racetrack is so sensitive to the fact that if you can get a neutral balance on your car, you're just easier on tires. But if one end of the car or the other is weak, you just burn that front or rear off. So I don't think it has anything to do with the aero package or the tire. You're just trying to hit that neutral balance. And it's like I said, it's sometimes luck of the draw, because I've been there and you this car's great, and then the next time you think it's great and it's really not. And it can do that from practice to the race. So we're just going to cross our fingers.
Kyle Busch will make his first Richmond start for Richard Childress Racing. His crew chief Randall Burnett says with that brings some high expectations on Sunday.
I think heading into Richmond with Kyle Busch, you're expected to win, right? We got a lot of work for us ahead of us this weekend. It's one of his favorite tracks, so I know he's really, really looking forward to getting there. Overall, with the 8 car, we haven't been that great at Richmond, so we're going to lean on him and really try to figure out what he needs in the car to be fast there. We'll only have about 20 minutes of practice, so not a whole lot of time, so we got to make good decisions this week with it, and I'm looking forward to getting to Richmond. Hopefully we can learn some stuff and try to put this 8 car up front and try to win us one there.
Rodney Childers is Kevin Harvick's crew chief. They had a great 2022 here at Richmond. Rodney, what about this year?
it's been a great track for us. Last year we finished second and was about 5 laps away from winning the first one, and then ended up winning the second one. So it's a place that we feel really good about. We've spent a lot of time, working on it, and we were at the simulator at 6:30 this morning, making laps already and doing the things we need to do that we do every week. And, hopefully we can go up there and contend and have a good weekend.
Todd Gilliland in the 38 for Front Row Motorsports. Crew Chief Ryan Briganti gave his thoughts about being a crew chief at Richmond.
Tight entry, turns the middle good, and has good drive off, right? Something we strive for every week. Richmond's an awesome track. Been going there a long time. It's a unique place. Been there before and have been really, really good, and been there before and have been horrible. So, the things we fight there, you fight with freeing the one because you're not really square on the braking. You're more, just load up on the right front. So you struggle with freeing the one and stuff.
Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, Cup cars will be broken up into 2 groups, Groups A, Groups B, for practice and qualifying. Here's how they break down.
37 cars on the entry list. In Group A will be Ty Dillon, J.J. Yaley, Ryan Preece, Josh Berry back in the 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Bubba Wallace, Harrison Burton, Brad Keselowski, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Joey Logano, Corey LaJoie, Ty Gibbs, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, and Kyle Busch. In Group B, Chandler Smith in a Colleague Racing entry, the number 13, Anthony Alfredo, Eric Almirola, Cody Ware, Justin Haley, Austin Dillon, AJ Allmendinger, Noah Gregson, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Blaney, Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, and Alex Bowman.
The NASCAR Cup Series Toyota Owners 400 laps, 300 miles, stage breaks at lap 70 and 230. You can catch it on FS1. And here's our broadcast schedule breaks down for Sunday. Pat Patterson's along with the front stretch, 7 a.m. Eastern. It'll be Loose Ends with Davey at 11 a.m. Eastern, followed by Fantasy Racing Preview with Pistol Pete at 1. MRN's Call and NASCAR Live Race Day of the NASCAR Cup Series Toyota Owners 400 begins at 2:30 Eastern. And once the race takes the checkered flag, you can chime in and react with the SiriusXM NASCAR Radio post-race show. That will go until 10 p.m. Eastern Sunday night. Here are your driver-to-crew channels for the Toyota Owners 400. Joey Logano can be heard on Sirius 136, XM 380, streaming on 980. Kevin Harvick can be heard on Sirius 136, XM 381, streaming on 981. And Denny Hamlin can be heard on Sirius 138, XM 382, streaming on 982. Those channels will go live at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday.